On today's show, I'm going to make a basil pesto chicken. It's going to be made with a whole bunch of delicious spices, some garlic, some lemon juice, and pine nuts. This is going to be so good with a pasta. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Let's start out with our spices and we'll be able to clear things off. So we are going to be using egg noodles today for our pasta, and I've measured them out. A little bit later we're going to be using some Parmesan cheese and of course some lemon juice. Now we have spices that we're going to be using. Put things aside for the moment here because we're going to use onion powder, garlic powder, and that is going to be immediately into our mix for our chicken. Then, a little bit later, we're going to be using the basil for our pine nuts and our lemon juice and garlic. Then salt, and pepper, and olive oil. Then I have my gloves that I always like to wear, because you can't get any of the other gloves right now because of COVID, so these are the kitchen safe ones. But here's a little tip for you. If you have to wear gloves to cook with, you know, it keeps things a lot cleaner. Squirt a little bit of water inside your glove after you put it on. If your hands are wet, before you try to put these on, you won't get the gloves on your hands very easy. So if you just squirt some water like this inside your gloves, it'll help to keep them on your fingers while you're working. Okay, so there's our mix ready to go. Now the chicken, I have rinsed it and patted it dry so that things will stick to it. So let's just grab one of our big chickens, and this is boneless thigh chickens, and just use this just to kind of stir things a little bit, just like that. And then the last one, I have the pan preheating over here to get hot. Okay, this is going to be heavy. Move it slowly. Okay. Take off one of my gloves anyway. And then I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan. And you want to make sure that your pan is hot. So it's good to preheat it and then put a chicken in there. I have a small one that I could use for a test. Hear that? That tells me it's ready. If not, just wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to cook that for 2 minutes per side. And I can stop the timer and I'll turn over the chicken. Should be brown by now. It is looking brown. This is kind of a full pot, but I wanted to use this one in the oven. This is my Dutch oven. I have a frying pan which is larger, and I believe the frying pan is oven safe too, but I like using this one. Very good. Now, set my timer again for 2 minutes. It is time to put the chicken in the oven. So stop the timer. Turn off the heat. I'll check these to see if they're hot. Some pans are hot and some they're not. That one's all right. My oven is 390 degrees. Let's set the timer to 15 minutes. It's time to take the chicken and move it to the broil mode. So at that point, we're going to stop our timer. We're going to start the water boiling for the pasta. And then I'll set a timer. Pasta's going. Now follow the instructions on your pasta bag. Mine said 6 minutes. So you want to go about 1 minute less than what it says on the bag. Let's start on our pine nuts. So I have parchment paper. I buy these pre-cut. Bag of pine nuts. Lay them out here on the sheet. There we go. Then spread them out. And then you're going to put these in where the chicken was. Next, I need to check the temperature on the chicken. If it's not done, I'll go ahead and cook a little more here by turning the chicken over. Lift your chicken up when you're checking the temperature, 168. As a matter of fact, get rid of these dirty tongs, get some nice clean ones. Let's turn these over so they're upside down in the new cooked juice. The pasta water is coming to a boil. I can salt it. And then get my pasta in so that it starts. And let's go ahead and pull out the pine nuts. Pine nuts cooked fast. The pasta's going. It'll be done here in just a few seconds. We need to make our pesto sauce. So I have some oil. And by the way, the measurements for this are right down there where it says the subscribe button. If you just click there, subscribe, hit the more button, you'll see all the instructions. Okay. I have timer's done. Turn off the pasta water. Now my roasted pine nuts, I'm going to try using a funnel. Bigger one might be better. This is one I didn't use to put motor oil in the car with. There we go. Okay, garlic. Lemon juice. And Parmesan cheese, measure it out, put in as much as you want. I have a nice big scoop spoon. Just like that. Put the lid on so I don't knock it over, because I do things like that. I'm using the bullet today. There we go. Okay, the pasta, I need to go dump it in a strainer. Also, I need to save some pasta water. So, let me get a scoop. Here's a container. You could use a measuring cup. That's going to be hot. Okay, I'll be right back. That's our pesto sauce. And we have our pasta. Just get a spoon and loosen this up. Okay. There we go. Then I have my cutting board here to cut up the chicken. So I have a wet paper towel that I'm going to put down to keep my cutting board from moving. I have a knife that I just sharpened this morning, so it should be nice and sharp and ready to roll. With a scraper. Okay. Bring my chicken over here by where I'm working. And there we go. Bring it out. Cut across grain. One last piece. Wow, this chicken smells so good. This is going to go in here. Now, we'll toss and turn. A little bit of the water. Give it a stir if I need to. Then you can take a container and you can fill up these containers. I bought these containers from Walmart. They came individually, so I bought 3 of them. And you can store these in the refrigerator for 4 days. Or, if you want, you can put them in the freezer for up to 6 months. Then, if you want, go ahead and get some cheese on top, just like that. And they come with these nice lids. You can use a Post-it note to put a date on top. That in the refrigerator. And for today, we have a plate. With a nice serving, just like this. And some cheese on top. And if you like making recipes like this or watching recipes, it'd be cool if you'd cook along. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section. I'd love for you to hit the thumbs up button. Please don't forget to subscribe. And here's a whole bunch more shows just like this.